Good morning, everyone. This is lecture number 38 of Engineering Thermodynamics. Let us continue with the numerical part. Using steam table, determine the mean specific heat of superheated steam. Using steam table, determine mean specific heat. Heat of steam is CPS. Specific heat of superheated steam. We have to determine specific heat CP of superheated steam. First condition of steam is at 0.75 bar between 100 and 150 degrees Celsius. Thus, we have to calculate specific heat between 100 and 150 degrees Celsius. We know 100 degrees Celsius, it is the saturation temperature at atmospheric pressure, but the pressure is less than atmospheric pressure. Therefore, 100 degrees Celsius and 150 degrees Celsius both are the superheated steam. Both are superheated steam. As well as in numerical, it has been told that it is superheated steam. Therefore, we have to consider these conditions are superheated. Now, using steam table, first of all, we'll check the values of enthalpy. We'll check the values of enthalpy of superheated steam at 100 degree and 150 degree Celsius at 0.75 bar. Okay, from steam table at 0.75 bar at 100 degree Celsius, enthalpy of superheated steam is 2679.4 kilojoule per kg, and at 150 degree Celsius, it is enthalpy of superheated steam is 2778.2 kilojoule per kg. Now I will explain it again how to check the enthalpy of superheated steam. For superheated steam, we have to go to the table number 3. We will go to the table number 3. This is the table number 3. Pressure is 0.75 bar. Okay, this is 0.75 bar. Look at here, for 0.75 bar, saturation temperature is 92 degrees Celsius. It means at 100 degrees Celsius and 150 degrees Celsius, it is superheated. This is 100 degrees Celsius in second column and it is 150 degrees Celsius. For 0.75 bar, enthalpy is 2679.4, and for 150 degrees Celsius 2778.2. Okay, these are the values from steam table. These are the values of enthalpy of superheated steam at steam table. But we have to calculate specific heat between these two temperature. Therefore, we have to consider that the 100 degrees Celsius as a minimum temperature and 150 degrees Celsius as a maximum temperature of superheated steam. Therefore, minimum temperature we consider as a saturated temperature and 150 degrees Celsius as a superheated temperature. Therefore, using formula of enthalpy of superheated steam is equal to Hg plus Cp T superheated minus T saturated. Using formula, enthalpy of superheated steam is equal to Hg plus Cp T sup minus T sat. Now, superheated temperature we are considering 150 and saturated temperature we are considering 100 degrees Celsius. And this is the value of Hg we are considering because we are considering that 100 degrees Celsius as a lowest temperature, which is saturation temperature. Not in this case, it is not saturated, but we are considering it is the lowest temperature. Therefore, formula will be like enthalpy of superheated steam is equal to Hg plus Cp T sup minus T sat. Therefore, enthalpy of superheated steam we have taken from the steam table 2778.2. Now, enthalpy at minimum temperature 2679.4 plus specific heat of steam T sup minus T sat. It is the superheated temperature, that is 150 degrees Celsius, and minimum temperature 100 degrees Celsius. Now, from this formula we can easily calculate specific heat as 1.976 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. The unit will be kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Now second bit in this case, in this problem, at 0.5 bar between 300 and 400 degrees Celsius. Okay, at 0.5 bar from steam table, look at the steam table between 300 and 400. This is the 0.5 bar, this is 300 and 400. At 300 degrees Celsius, 3075.5, and at 400, 3278.9. Okay. Enthalpy of superheated steam at 300 degrees Celsius, 3075.5 kilojoule per kg, and at 400, 3278.9. Now applying same method, considering highest temperature as a superheated and lowest temperature as a minimum temperature or saturation temperature. Therefore, consider this enthalpy as a Hg and this as a H soup. Therefore, H soup is equal to Hg plus Cp, T soup minus T sat. Therefore, 3278.9 is equal to 3075.5 plus Cps, 400 minus 300. That 400 minus 300, and it's coming to be 2.034. Next problem. If a certain amount of steam is produced, at a pressure of 8 bar and dryness fraction 0.8, calculate external work done during evaporation and internal latent heat of steam. In this problem, if the certain amount of steam is produced, mass of a steam is not given, is produced at a pressure of 8 bar. Pressure of a steam is 8 bar and dryness fraction is 8. Since the dryness fraction is given, it is a wet steam. We have to calculate external work done during evaporation, internal latent heat of a steam. Let us first of all from steam table will check the different values of enthalpy at 8 bar. Since it is a given in this problem, pressure is given, we will go to table number 2. Using table number 2 at 8 bar, the HF is 720.9, HFG 2046.5, Hg 2767.5. Then we do not require entropy in this case, but for work done we require specific column. Vf is 0.001115 and Vg is 0.240. The pressure of a steam 8 bar and dryness fraction 0.8. At 8 bar from steam table, we have seen that Vg is 0.240 meter cube per kg, HFG 2046.5 kilojoule per kg. We have taken only these two values because we require only these two values to calculate work done and internal latent heat. Now external work during evaporation. External work, first bit is external work during evaporation. And we know that what is the work done? Work done is pressure into volume. Work done is a pressure into volume. We have seen in the first unit also, when the piston is displaced in the cylinder, the pressure and the volume displacement is a work done. In this case also, pressure into volume is a work done. Since steam is a wet, here the specific volume will be x into Vg. Specific volume will be x into Vg. Therefore, formula will be like Px Vg. P is a 8 into 10 to the power 5. In this formula, we have to put pressure in Pascal. Pressure is given in bar. Therefore, in Pascal, pressure is 8 into 10 to the power 5. Then value of x is 0.8 and Vg is 0.24. therefore work done is now when we calculate it, it will be 153.6 into 10 to the power 3 joule. From this formula we will get Newton meter means joule. To convert it into kilojoule, we have divided this expression by 10 to the power 3. By dividing this expression by 10 to the power 3, we are converting joule into kilojoule. Therefore, in term of kilojoule, it is 153.6 kilojoule. Next, internal latent heat. Internal latent heat is the latent heat minus external work. The latent heat minus external work. Now the latent heat required is HFG. Latent heat required is a HFG, but steam is wet, therefore we will multiply with X. X HFG minus external work. Now X is 0.8, HFG is 2046.5 minus work is 153.6. Look at here, HFG is in kilojoule per kg. HFG is in kilojoule per kg. That's why we are converting work done in kilojoule. Actually, it will be kilojoule per kg because specific volume is in kilojoule per meter cube per kg. Here specific volume is in meter cube per kg. Therefore, we will get it Newton meter per kg, and it will be like kilojoule per kg. Then we can subtract kilojoule per kg minus kilojoule per kg. Then internal latent heat is 1483.6 kilojoule per kg. Okay. Next problem. Two boilers, one with a superheater and other without superheater, are delivering equal quantity of steam into common main. The pressure in the boiler and the main is 20 bar. The pressure in the boiler and main is 20 bar. The temperature of the steam from the boiler with a superheater is 350 degrees Celsius and the temperature of the steam in the main 250 degrees Celsius. Determine the quality of steam supplied by the other boiler. Take specific heat of superheater steam 2.25 kJ per kg. Now in this problem, this diagram is given. Now there are two boilers understood from the figure. There are two boiler B1 and boiler B2. Boiler B1 is coupled with a superheater and in boiler B2 there is no superheater. The boiler B1 producing a steam at 20 bar and 350 degrees Celsius and boiler B2 producing a steam at 20 bar. When both steam are mixed in the main, when the both steam from the boilers, two boilers are mixed, then it becomes, the condition of steam becomes 20 bar and 250 degrees Celsius. And we have to determine the quality of steam supplied by the other boiler. Means we have to calculate the dryness fraction of a steam supplied by this boiler, second boiler B2. Now the boiler B1, the enthalpy of boiler B1 is H1. The enthalpy of boiler steam at boiler B1. The enthalpy of steam supplied by boiler B1 is equal to H1. Look at here, it is superheated. It is superheated. We can check whether it is superheated or not. At 20 bar, saturation temperature is 212, but given temperature is 350, therefore it is superheated. Now from this superheated steam table we can directly calculate, take the value at 20 bar. At 20 bar, the enthalpy at 300 degrees Celsius 3137.0 and 400 324 7.6. Okay, at 350 is directly given. At 20 bar, value of enthalpy 3137.0. But here we have calculated using formula. Whenever specific heat of superheated steam is given, then we will calculate using formula. We are getting the same value. Okay, enthalpy of superheated steam equal to Hg plus Cp T sup minus T sat. Superheated temperature is 350. Saturated temperature we saw now in the steam table is 212.4, and value of Hg at 20 bar is 2797.2 kilojoule per kg. Therefore, enthalpy is at 3106.8. We can take this value directly from steam table also, but whenever value of specific heat is given, go for this formula, because as the value of specific heat changes, enthalpy also changes. Now boiler B2 again producing steam at 20 bar, but the temperature is not given. And it is said that we have to calculate dryness fraction. We have to calculate quality, means dryness fraction. It is understood that it is a wet steam. Therefore, H2 is equal to HF2 plus X2 HFG2. Now we will take the value of HF2 and HFG2 from steam table at 20 bar. The value of HF2 is 908.6 and HFG2 is 188.6 kilojoule per kg. We don't have the value of enthalpy and X. We'll keep it as it is for the sake of this problem. We'll start for main. The condition of main is given here. Again, condition of main is 20 bar and 250 degrees Celsius. It means it is a superheated steam, because at 20 bar superheated steam saturation temperature 212. Saturation temperature 212 and 250 it is a greater than 212. Therefore, it is a superheated temperature. Therefore, from steam table we can calculate 20 bar to 50 degrees Celsius total heat at total heat of 2 kg of steam in a main is Hg plus Cp T sup minus T sat. We are multiplying it with the 2 because 2 kg is given. This formula is corresponding with per kg. Since 2 kg is given, we will multiply with 2. Then Hg as 20 bar, same value 2797.2 plus Cp is 2.25, which is given. Superheated temperature 250 degrees Celsius. Saturation temperature at 20 bar is 212.4 is equal to 5736.6 kilojoule. Now from equation 1, 2 and 3 we will get, from equation 1, 2 and 3 we will get enthalpy of these two equal to enthalpy of this. Enthalpy of these two equal to enthalpy of this. Therefore, we will add this two enthalpy and we will get this enthalpy. Therefore, we will add equation number 1 and 2 to get equation number 3. We know the enthalpy for equation 1. We know the enthalpy for equation number 3. We don't know the enthalpy for equation number 2. And here H2 and X2 is unknown. We will put this term. Therefore, enthalpy of equation 1 3106.8 plus this term now 908.6 plus X2 into 188.6 is equal to 5763.6. Now in this equation only X2 is unknown and everything is known to us. Therefore, value of X2 can be calculated as X2 is equal to 0.925. The dryness fraction of a steam from boiler B is 0.25. Okay, this is the last problem for